Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Today, we're going to talk about how manufacturing organizations are turning disruption into a competitive advantage using Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. I'm Bill McGarry, Managing Director at Weidenhammer, and I'm joined by Aaron Hopwood, our Business Central practice leader. We're going to aim to keep this session moving and really get right to the point. We've got a lot we want to show you. But if you have questions, please feel free to log those in the chat. We'll do our best to get back to you. And of course, for anybody that we can't get to right away, happy to talk offline. So just to set the stage, manufacturing is changing fast. Tariffs, compliance, cyber risks, and economic shifts are exposing blind spots. Legacy systems really struggle to keep up with this. So modernizing your ERP is critical for resilience and profitable growth. And with Business Central, you get margin protection, agility, and scalability. Our clients even see reduced lead times, faster compliance reporting, improved margin visibility. It's really all about protecting those margins and scaling confidently. But let's get practical. How exactly does Business Central make life easier for executives, operational leaders, and IT managers? Well, for starters, Business Central streamlines supply planning, production scheduling, and traceability. Let's face it, three areas where manufacturers often see bottlenecks. It also automates repetitive tasks like approvals and reportings and frees up time for strategic work. It also provides real-time visibility into inventory, production, and financials, so leaders can make faster, data-driven decisions. For executive, that means better margin control and faster response to disruption. For operations, fewer stockouts, smoother scheduling. And for IT, that means a secure, scalable platform that's integrated natively with Microsoft 365, Power BI, and the Power Platform. All right, that's enough setup. Let's actually see it in action. So from here, I am going to pass the ball to Erin, and she's going to show us Business Central.
Thanks, Bill. Let's dive in. What you're seeing here is a series of Power BI dashboards designed specifically for finance leaders. With Power BI, all your financial data is centralized and visualized in real time. No more waiting for monthly reports or chasing down spreadsheets. You get instant access to the metrics that matter most: cash flow, liquidity, EBITDA, and profitability. Let's begin with the financial overview dashboard filtered to fiscal 25. Notice the flexible filter options on the right, giving leaders the ability to pivot analysis instantly. Across the top, you'll see key performance indicators, revenue, net profit, and net profit margin. These metrics provide a clear snapshot of organizational health at a glance. Below, we dive deeper into strategic financial drivers: return on assets, a measure of efficiency and leveraging resources; accounts receivable and payables positions, including top customers and vendors, by balance. Net profit margin trends by month enable proactive forecasting. Let me show you how interactive Power BI is. Hovering over any data point reveals precise values and context. Here you can see they owe $392,137. By selecting School of Fine Art, notice all the visuals filtered to that customer. Need more detail? Drill down into the customer ledger entries without ever leaving Power BI. It is that quick to spot leading indicators like declining orders or AR balances before they become problems. And when it comes to analyzing true costs and profitability, Power BI gives you the clarity you need to make informed decisions. With the profitability dashboard, you have your net and gross profits and profit margins along with monthly trends. These dashboards transform financial data into actionable insights, helping executives accelerate decisions, optimize cash flow, and manage risk with confidence. But it's not just about finance. Many of our customers use Power BI to monitor sales performance in real time. For example, some set up threshold-based triggers, so if sales in a key account drop below a certain level, they get an alert and can act immediately. This proactive approach helps prevent surprises and keeps your teams focused on what matters. Why is this so important? Traditionally, manufacturers have relied on spreadsheets for sales, pricing, production, inventory, and quality tracking. That leads to errors, version confusion, and time-consuming updates. Disconnected systems across departments prevent real-time visibility and make it hard to get a true picture of your business. With Power BI, you're not just looking at static reports, you're interacting with live data, customized for your role, whether it's finance, sales, operations, or marketing. Out-of-the-box dashboards like you see today are a starting point, but you can tailor them to your needs so every team member gets actionable insights. Centralized data also means forecasting demand and optimizing production schedules becomes proactive, not reactive. And remember, these dashboards are not just for viewing, they're interactive. Sort the data to see what matters most, hover over data points to see exact values in context, click to filter, drill down with a single click. In short, Power BI transforms your data from a collection of disconnected numbers into a strategic asset. It empowers executives and teams to see the business clearly, understanding what's driving results, and take action with confidence. So we saw that Power BI is clearly a great option for executives, but let's jump into Business Central to see some cool functionality available for team members that work inside BC every day. Business Central supports displaying Power BI reports that are most critical on a user's Role Center dashboard for easy access. What you see here is a Role Center dashboard. Additionally, Business Central empowers users to analyze data on the fly from many of the list views inside the application. This is especially beneficial for users who spend their day in the system and want to quickly investigate what's going on without the need for external tools or standard reports. The ability to quickly research and answer that nagging question, I wonder what's happening with this customer over the past few months. In this example, I'll demonstrate how easy it is to uncover customer sales trend insights directly within Business Central using Copilot and the Analysis Mode feature. I'll start by navigating to Customer Ledger Entries. Ledgers are where Business Central keeps historical information. It is the single source of truth. In this example, for all customer transactions. That supports robust audit trails and compliance. However, simply scrolling through all this transactional data doesn't provide the actionable insight required to drive revenue growth, identify market opportunities, or troubleshoot a customer with declining revenue. This is where Business Central's Analysis Mode comes into play. With a user experience reminiscent of Excel pivot tables, Analysis Mode empowers users to quickly dissect, filter, and drill down into sales performance. This is just one of the many places Copilot is embedded in Business Central, allowing you to generate sales breakdowns with natural language prompts. Rather than building this view manually, I'm going to enter a prompt, but you can still do it manually. I'm going to ask Copilot and the Analysis Mode to show me sales by customer by month. Copilot instantly analyzes the ledger and produces a dynamic sales report. It's that easy. And just like other places you use Copilot, you can continue refining your results by giving more details in the follow-up prompts. You can expand for more information. You can further refine the analysis with your own filters, add columns for deeper segmentation. You can also bring in data from other tables. This is a newer feature in Business Central that offers a lot of flexibility and power. You can also export the data to Excel for further analysis or for presentations. You can save these analysis views to use again, avoiding the need to export updated data into a spreadsheet. This is always real-time data. Business Central in analysis mode leverages the power of Copilot to provide instant and intuitive access to your data without needing to create a Business Central or Power BI report, which is perfect for those one-off inquiries. But before you can analyze data to optimize production schedules or generate accurate forecasts, you need reliable operational data, right? So in our next demo, we'll show how Business Central helps you work productively every day. Let's look at the item card, the digital twin of your finished goods and components. The item card holds the foundational information that Business Central uses across numerous operations: planning, sales, inventory, warehousing, and lot tracking. We'll use our sugar cookie as an example, a new product with growing demand. On the item card, you have a 360-degree view of product master data, including item configuration and inventory status, as well as supply chain attributes. For instance, you can easily see we have sales orders of 900 units, but only 25 units on hand. This signals the need for immediate replenishment to avoid stockouts and lost sales. Scrolling further, you'll see detailed replenishment parameters. The sugar cookie is set to be replenished by production order, but you can configure other methods such as purchase or assembly orders depending on your manufacturing strategy. The system links the bill of materials and routing, which can support multi-level assemblies. Here, we use a fixed reorder quantity policy. Other policies, such as lot for lot or maximum quantity, are also available to match your planning philosophy. These parameters ensure that replenishment is triggered at the right time and in an optimal batch sizes, supporting lean manufacturing and just-in-time principles. The sugar cookie is set up for full lot traceability, essential for regulatory compliance and quality assurance in food, pharma, or aerospace sectors. We'll review the item tracking functionality in just a bit. So now that we've reviewed the item card and understand its foundational role to key manufacturing operations like planning, we'll use these details to determine the optimal actions for replenishment and production to make sure we stay ahead of demand and maintain efficient operations. Business Central's planning worksheet is a powerful tool for your supply chain and production planning teams. It provides real-time, actionable recommendations to balance supply and demand across your entire product portfolio. To demonstrate, I'll open the planning worksheet and run a regenerative plan calculation. This process considers all items reflecting changes to master data, routings, and capacity constraints. But you can also run a net change plan to focus only on the items with adjusted demand or supply since the last cycle, minimizing unnecessary production activity. The first thing we'll do is prepare our worksheet. You can see I cheated a little by preparing this in advance, but I'll show you how I got to this point. I'm going to prepare and calculate regenerative plan. I'm calculating both MPS and MRP. I've entered my planning start date and my ending date. You have other options available, but this is what I used for my demonstration. I then clicked OK, and this is the result. Here in the warning column, you'll see we have emergency. You'll recall in our scenario, we had only 25 sugar cookies in stock, but open orders for 900 units. So the system flags critical shortages and generates exception messages for both finished goods and key components, such as butter and sprinkles from the bill of material. You might see other warning messages like attention or exception based on inventory position against demand. The planning worksheet also provides clear action messages to create new production orders, adjust quantities, reschedule operations, or even cancel orders if demand has decreased. As a planner, you remain in control. You can simply delete recommendations, you can change quantities. You are still in control. These are the system recommendations. Once you've made your changes, you'll go ahead and carry out your action messages. I'm going to have my production orders go to a firm planned, and I'm going to make my purchase orders. With this level of automation and transparency, it really supports the sales and operations planning process, improving inventory turns and reducing the risk of stockouts or excess inventory while keeping your planners in control. So we saw how the item card supported the planning process. Now let's see how it enables us to trace finished goods that we produce, as well as the components and ingredients used throughout production. Traceability is a non-negotiable requirement in manufacturing, especially for industries subject to strict quality standards or regulatory oversight. Business Central's item tracing feature enables you to quickly identify where a lot or batch was used and which customers received affected products. Suppose you receive a quality alert regarding a batch of rainbow sprinkles. With item tracing, you have many filters available, including by lot number, which we'll use in our demo. You also have the flexibility to choose your trace method. For root cause analysis, you can trace usage to origin, tracking how and where the ingredient was consumed in production. Once I click Trace, I see the results. Alternatively, if you trace with origin to usage method, you can see which outbound shipments included the affected lot. The Show Document feature lets you quickly access related sales shipments or purchase receipts, streamlining recall management and ensuring compliance with industry standards such as ISO 9001, FDA, or FSMA. With this level of transparency, manufacturers are empowered to respond proactively to quality alerts, protect their brand reputation, and maintain customer trust. So, whether you're tracing ingredients in food production or components in aerospace, Business Central transforms what used to be a time-consuming, error-prone process into a seamless, reliable workflow. Gone are the days of manual tracking or disconnected spreadsheets. Business Central delivers real-time traceability that is required in today's competitive market. So, just to review what we've seen. With Power BI connected to BC, executives get instant visibility into financials, profitability, and so much more for faster and smarter decision making. With Copilot and analysis mode, everyone benefits from easy access to data insights inside of BC. Planners get quick recommendations for production schedules and inventory while maintaining the control we all know is so important to them. Compliance and regulatory folks benefit from traceability inside the same system as production and purchasing. So, whether you're leading strategy or managing day-to-day operations, Business Central has tools to help you stay ahead and keep things running smoothly. That's all I have. Back to you, Bill.
Erin, thanks so much for putting that look at Business Central for us together. What a great look under the hood. So from here, you may be wondering what actually sets Business Central apart. There's a lot of ERP systems out there after all. And what really does set it apart from the competition is the Microsoft advantage. So Business Central integrates natively with Microsoft 365, Power BI, and the Power Platform, giving you enterprise-grade security, automation, and seamless connectivity across your business. This means that your team can continue working in the familiar tools they rely on every day without the disruption of switching or the cost of switching to non-Microsoft systems. You get access to robust business guiding insights from Power BI, the benefit of Microsoft's market-leading AI capabilities with Copilot built right into the platform. And then when you add in Microsoft's trusted cloud infrastructure and enterprise security, you really have a solution that's scalable, flexible, and future ready. But we all know technology is really only half the story. The other half is execution. And at Weidenhammer, we bring decades of manufacturing experience and over 20 years of deep partnership with Microsoft to every engagement. Our capabilities also go far beyond ERP. We've built dedicated centers of excellence in data, AI, e-commerce, IT, cloud, and security. And that ensures we can support your business from beginning to end across the full digital landscape. The most common thread through all of that is our customers. And for over 50 years, our customers have trusted us to deliver results. We understand what it takes to align technology with your operations and strategic goals and to drive measurable outcomes consistently and confidently. Well, that's going to do it for our time here today. We really appreciate you joining. I hope that you found this information to be helpful. And of course, if you have any questions, just feel free to drop us a line. Okay, take care.